Yes.
I do not want to seem to worry. I do not want to seem to worry about what Mheshimiwa Nyokabi is saying.
Yes.
Mheshimiwa Nyokabi is raising a situation where this discussion is important. You are raising a situation where the report looks like a finished product like Okot. We are told that's not what it is.
It's a report.
It is a discussing document. And the president did make it very clear that it will be subjected, and Mheshimiwa Murkomen has just said that, it will be subjected to national public debate.
Under what legal framework? No, you have to tell me this. Under what legal framework?
Hang on a minute.
Yes.
That would be better answered by the guys who create.
Then we don't understand
hang
it.
on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Yes.
Are you taking a position on
No, I want to understand.
Fine. So allow me to say this.
Yes.
Mheshimiwa Murkomen and others, Nyokabi and others, who understand that there is need for certain legal framework to be done.
Processes.
The house is available. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
They are saying there is a problem with two-thirds gender rule. There's a problem with youth unemployment. And if this thing is going to address them, why can't they make the channel, the route to get there? Why do we want to anticipate problems? Let me say for one, Mheshimiwa Murkomen a few minutes ago did say that Kibera, the president mentioned that he had a candidate. They had a candidate.
As Jubilee.
I want to tell you that he was talking about the Jubilee candidate.
Exactly.
And he did not even say they were fairer. He said what he saw. He did not believe it. And he did quote a certain woman from Kibera who he knows from the days of Kanu, who used to call all the time to him that her things had been burned. But this time, when he called her to find out what happened in Kibera, she said, how do you people cut campaigns, and we've been making money out of these campaigns. So Murkomen and the group, they spend a lot of money. This other group, they spend a lot of money there, and there was no real uprooting. There was no issue, you know, just like Kiambu, just like Wasigishu, there are always skirmishes and problems with elections. How do we put it in BBI, and how do we make BBI a proper discussion document? That's what I should be listening to.
Which is okay. Which is okay.
And when she said about corruption,
yes,
I do agree with her, because there seems to be a culture here in this country. You become corrupt and you find your way to election.
Governor, I have a question for you.
Let me just finish, because it's an important matter.
Yes.
This country will never move forward with corruption. You saw today on social media, some guy from Congo went to France to enjoy the loot that he has looted in Congo.
He was beaten.
We should start the same thing here. We know the looters,
Governor,
and we know where they are.
Governor,
we should go for them now.
I have a question for you. You're talking about Murkomen. Hold on. I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you.
I feel like Governor Kabogo as a particular person in mind. But I don't want to mention it. But I don't want to mention it. Can I just ask you a question before you ask me?
I probably needed to say we know the looters. Okay. so that I get out of the looter.
I need to speak to Senator. But Governor, the Jubilee government has had 7 years. You're talking about unemployment.
Yes.
You're talking about stuff that the Jubilee government should have done, and they promised they would do it.
Saying now,
so why do you think now they will do it?
Now you resonate with me. What we should be telling the leader of majority at the Senate.
Yes.
If the Jubilee government fails, it is not Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta.
It's the whole government?
It is the entire
party?
Jubilee government, which includes, and not limited to, the deputy principal of the president.
Okay.
So if they fail to give employment to the young, my friend, they should be shown the door together. Are you listening
I get
to
you.
me?
So let me go to the Senate.
Let's not create a situation where we now want to split the deputy president and the president.
Totally different.
The deputy president and the president are
one and the same
together
thing.
by the hip.
Senator, that same thing. You're talking about things that you want to see in the BBI report, and they're absolute for you, right? That's why you even threaten no support if it doesn't happen. But these are things that the Jubilee government should have done in the last 7 years. Why do you think right now the BBI is the panacea? Why do you think it's the cure for this?
I'd never said it's the cure.
No, why do you think?
And I never said it's the beginning. Let me just start by...
You should have also added a question. Why did they allow corruption to disappear so much and become so prevalent
I think,
in the first term of their government?
I think, let's start with, in our government, you know, you are a Jubilee member.
My friend, I'm not.
Unless you resigned.
Until you did what you did to me, I am not in Jubilee.
But you allow me to talk.
What did they do to you?
You know,
the election.
The election. Some of the things we say out of public or in public.
Yes.
I don't want you to be like a jilted lover.
I do not want to, listen, I do not want to look jilted, and that's why I never speak carefully.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
But when you say I am Jubilee, you must also quantify what you mean by being
you are Jubilee. Okay,
you need me when there is no election.
No, but
when there is election, you have a problem with me.
But let's be fair. Governor William Kabogo, the first governor of Kiambu, was for over 4.5 years a top advisor, an integral part and parcel of Jubilee, including being the closest friend of the president and his own governor.
And also very close to the deputy president.
No, I'm just giving
very close to government.
I'm saying from the president.
I'm still close
even
to them.
Even to
Remember
me,
that I'm still close to them.
Yeah, that's true.
Them as individuals.
That's true.
But what Jubilee government is doing today, my friend, ground uko chini.
But I'm just saying, if you can allow me to talk.
Yeah, please.
Because I don't know, I don't believe he's a heckler. The point is this. The point is this. He's trying to say that we all have to be a solution, you know? And it doesn't absolve him of the responsibility he had for 4.5 years to be part of the solution. And number two, I'm trying to say that none of us is saying that for the 7 years of Jubilee administration so far, or nearly 7 years, that we've done nothing. Far from it. We're just saying that we are still confronting big challenges. And I totally agree with Governor Kabogo on one thing, that there are some characters in this town that believe that if now, as we have a conversation in this country, if you find anything that is nice, it is President Uhuru Kenyatta. If you find something that is negative, it is either Uhuru Ruto or Ruto alone. Or even those who will want to say that anything that is negative should go to Ruto. And the positive should go to Ruto. And the one that is negative should go to Uhuru Kenyatta. That is a fallacy. And I totally agree with him that it is Uhuru Ruto all through until 2022. Whatever they will have done good, it will be both of them.
Both of them.
Whatever they will have failed, it will be all of them. In fact, the next Jubilee candidate in the next elections should be telling Kenyans, this is what we achieved in 10 years. This is where we failed. In my administration, this is how I will correct. That's how he will be presenting himself to the people of Kenya. So the conversation we should be having here is that, and I agree with Nyokavi, that you cannot close the door as to the number of things that is going to be addressed, because the president even himself said that it is a conversation. So I'm happy with her talking about women issues.
What if he's just
must be on the
confusing
table,
you and convincing you?
No, she's not.
No,
she's
him,
not because
not
the
her,
president himself.
the
No,
president.
the president of the Republic of Kenya. You know, I'm the majority leader of Jubilee Party, working closely with the president of Kenya. And for the 7 years I've been in politics, I've only been in politics for 7 years. For those 7 years I've been in politics, I have known Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta as the president of the Republic of Kenya as a man of his word. So there is nothing that has shown me midway that there's anything to doubt about him. And that's why I wanted to ask Nyokavi a small question, if you had allowed me that time, because it was
then
contextual.
we take a break. Yes,
no, just a small
she answers, then we take a break.
You know, Nyokavi is my friend, yeah, and we were in school
I've
together.
seen a very old photo.
And you've seen the old photo of 17 years ago when I was brushing her shoes and sharing the gospel in the university.
You're using the skill of pulling his shoes and sharing the gospel.
And that time Mark
He was a little younger.
Hair
Okay, ask the question. We
but
need
the
to take a
question
break.
I want to ask her is that, you know, Priscilla is from a strong human rights background and being a lawyer and being a legislator, and went back to now public service in the sense of a commission. She's a commissioner in Gender Commission, which is a human rights commission. The only small question I'd like to ask her, when you talk about embrace and this one, you are the commission for all women in the country, all men, everybody in the nation. How do you find yourself in this entourage of embrace vis-a-vis other now women across the country, and still say we are pursuing unity? You know, that's very personal for me, that I find it curious and strange that a constitutional commissioner holder on behalf of women would be on one side, so that there's another one called Embrace, another one called Inua Mama. And by the way, Michungu, I take personal offense when someone calls me TangaTanga, because I am neither TangaTanga or Kieleweke. I'm a Jubilee member. And if there anything Jubilee goes wrong, I am part and parcel of that team.
All right.